Hey, what's going on, man? This is Will Z Titwell with Skybox Conversations, and you are now tuned into the episode. Man, the podcast where we talk about everything Los Angeles Lakers and definitely about my Arkansas Razorbacks, man, because Woo Pig Sooie just runs through my blood. But right now, I got one very simple question, man. Are the Hornets trying to finesse us again? like, it's I gotta be reading this wrong, right? Like let's just go through this real quick. Now, I talked about this in my last episode, but I was so baffled by this that I had to go ahead and make another episode about it. And I don't think I covered it enough for me to cut it from that episode and make it its own. So I just made another one. It's all good. I love doing this. And so let's read this tweet real quick from Shams. I'm gonna just reiterate that. And I just want to make sure I'm not tripping. Let's read this real quick. So it says that the Charlotte Hornets have been in contact with the NBA as they explore options to dispute the Los Angeles Lakers' failed physical assessment of Mark Williams, sources tell ESPN. The Williams and Dalton Connect trade was nixed Saturday, and now Hornets weigh avenues to challenge. Now, one my guy Trevor Lane on Lakers Nation made a great point about them choosing to do this right as Luka was about to make his debut yesterday. This news came out, right? That they wanted to, appeal the trade, right? Appeal the veto, right? And it just starts to alarm different things in you because one, you're already asking yourself this: why were the Hornets willing to give up such a young stud in the first place? Even though it was some great assets on the table, right? Dawson is a great asset. A first round pick is a great asset for a team that's especially rebuilding. I get that. But if you are rebuilding and you know how rare solid centers and bigs are to come across in the league, and you got to do averaging roughly 16 and 10, and he's 23 years old, why would you trade him? He should have been one of your pieces. Like you got everybody but him, right? When you talk about him having a 38-point game this year, a 30-point game, a double, like 20-point double game, like that should have been the last thing on your mind was to give him up. But why did you? It's something you're not telling us. And apparently it was something because when Rob got in there and his team got in there and they did the physical on him, something wasn't right. Something wasn't right. And then the Hornets go on to do this weird stuff. They put out this announcement, right? Which I want to pull that up as well. Um, I want to pull that up as well, right? Where right? So they put up this announcement. Where is it? I want to see it. I need to see it. Anyway, or they basically said that even though the other team uh was super aggressive to get Mark Williams from us, we're so happy to have him back. Now you have to ask yourself, one, Rob said that's not true. Rob said y'all called us about him. We didn't come to y'all because we didn't even think he was on the table because he's such a young stud. If you feel like you had to get ahead of it and it was a PR crisis if you didn't and put out that message, are you doing that because you really want him back? Or are you doing it because you're afraid that now that we've said what we've said about him and we don't want him, that he's going to be seen as damaged goods around the league and nobody else will trade you for him? Nobody else will do a deal with you when it comes to him. And you may have ruined this man's career because of that. Unless he's able to go out and prove that I am healthy. I feel great. And maybe they just didn't want to take a gamble on me because of my past, but I'm good. And maybe Rob just had PTSD and like, man, AD already didn't put me through it. We won a ring with AD. Great. We know that he was instrumental to that ring we won. But AD wasn't healthy for the next 2 or 3 years in a row. That's just real. So you have to wonder, what made y'all want to put out this statement if we so-called was aggressive to y'all? Why do you even have to do all that? Should have been like, we just happy to have him back, left it at that. But you're trying to up his value again because you may try to do another deal or whatever the case may be, or you're just trying to help save this man's career because you know you did some damage to it when you tried to offload him on us and knew he was banged up. Now, the other side of it, again, a great point that Trevor Lane made, man. I don't mind giving credit to other and learning from others, where he said that it also could be a thing where maybe Rob is saying, hey, I'll take him, if we were to lose this whole appeal process, which I don't think they are, because let me explain that to you guys real quick. I cannot remember his name ever for my life. Um, He's always on NBA Today. He's always, obviously works with ESPN when it comes to like talking about trade breakdowns and contracts and things of that nature. He's really getting to the technicals, and he basically said that how that appeal process is going to work. Charlotte Hornets lawyers are going to be involved. Lakers lawyers are going to be involved, and the NBA and the board is going to play judge and jury, and they're basically going to be able to listen to both sides and listen to the reasonings, et cetera, and come to a decision whether to overturn and make the trade happen or to uphold what the Lakers decided to do and veto the trade. And he said 99.9% chance that the Lakers are going to win because of their reasoning. And it's like maybe Rob is saying, okay, I'll do the deal if we were to lose, but it said that would only mean draft compensation if the Lakers were to overturn it and actually make it go through, meaning that Dalton will be able to stay. That's interesting. Is that kind of the angle he's going for? But I'm like, how would that work, though? I don't even know if that's the case because don't you have to free up a roster spot to get Mark Williams in that case, right? I'm confused. I don't know. But I'm just saying it doesn't look good when you try to give him to us, rather. Right? We gave you our assets. We saw some things we didn't like. We decided to cancel it. And now you're trying to push it through. Why are you trying to get rid of this man so bad? If you're so happy to have him back, why are you trying to get rid of him so bad? I don't get it. I'm confused. That's questionable. That's fishy. And it makes me ask that question. Are the Hornets trying to finesse us again? You already tried to fleece us once. Are you trying to do it again? Why do you want our why do you want our first round pick so bad? What's up? What are you not telling us? And I think that if Charlotte was to keep it P and to be real and to be honest about the situation, something maybe could have been worked out. If you were just being real and say, hey, man, listen, you are taking a gamble on him. He is a little banged up. He got some history. He got this thing that we were worried about. Hey, if you can get him healthy and keep him healthy and manage him, he can really help y'all win. I feel like in my person, I don't know the world of business in basketball, right? I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't know how that looks, how that works all the way through. All right. I'm not going to stunt like I do. But I would just imagine, just as a man to man, business to business, I do know business though, that if you were to keep it real and you didn't ask for too much, right? Maybe we do give you Dalton, but we don't give you our first round draft pick. Or maybe we give you our first round. Well, you have to give you Dalton, right? Maybe we give you Dalton and Cam. But we don't give you our first round draft pick, and you let us keep that. And we know is part of the reason is because he's damaged in some ways. He got some things he got to work over, and we know that going in. Now we look at the physical totally different. But if you don't keep it real and you don't keep it honest about the situation, bro, there ain't nothing we can do for you. And we're gonna send his ass right back to Charlotte, to purgatory. And I think this is what happened here, man. And it just makes you question, like, what are y'all not telling us? Why are y'all so pressed to get rid of my guy if he's such a stud? The way y'all making him seem, and from what we've seen him in some highlights like really look good. So if he's doing all these things, why you want to give him back so bad? I just can't seem to understand that for the life of me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I wanted to make a video just about that because it just make you want to ask the question: are the Hornets trying to finesse us again? Are you trying to get over on us again, bro? And so it'd be interesting to see how the NBA gets involved and what the final decisions are actually made, and what's actually going to happen when it comes to this whole situation. But we need to go ahead and get it behind us because we don't want it to start becoming a distraction, right? Especially when the team is playing so well and clicking on so many cylinders. But I would love to have Mark Williams, man, but we just can't give up too much to get him because now we're gonna start looking at Rob like, did you get Felice? Did you let him finesse you, right? And so we just that's the only thing. That's the only thing. But I think, man, Rob being a manager and knowing how to do the game and know how to work the game, I don't think he's gonna let himself get played. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of letting the middleman get in the middle of it and mediate, and hopefully he see it the way we see it. Because again, I compared this first situation when I first found out about it in the broke news. I compared it to you go into a parking lot and you see this car that looks right on the inside, and it's the car you want. It's the car that fits what you need, and it looks great. But then when you turn the key, that motherfucker start rattling a little bit though. That's gonna make you say, it look good. It even drive well for stretches, but every 100 miles, that motherfucker get to shaking. Every year or so, that motherfucker break down on me. I bought a lemon and I want my money back. And so you mad because I came to the dealership, so to speak, with my own mechanic that let me know what's really under the hood, and I didn't just trust what you said. You mad about that? For me doing my due diligence. When that's business. And I just think that's what this is. And so, nah. You can't finesse, man. You can't finesse. And I think that's what's just trying to happen here. And we ain't going. And so I'm gonna leave it right there. Man, thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Skybox Conversations. I love y'all, man. And until next time, the Lakers cannot be finessed. Love.